and today we will talk about the tenses. Now, what are tenses? Tense is the form taken by a verb to indicate time of any action taking place. It shows both the continuous and the completeness of any action happening. Or you can say the tense help us to talk about the timings of our activities. It tells when the particular activity has taken place. Now, students feel confused or problematic when they hear about tenses. This happens when they're not clear with the rules and its implementations. So, today we talk about the rules and its implementations. In this video, we will talk about the present tense. Though there are three tenses and each tense has four parts: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So, first of all, we talk about the simple present tense under present tense. When we talk about simple present tense, one thing has to be considered that here we do make use of do or does in the absence of helping verb. Like to express a habitual action, this tense is used to express a habitual action, a routine work, or the universal fact. First, we talk about the habitual action, like I get up every day at 5 o'clock. So, here the habitual action has been described, but with I, as I have told you, with do we use with I, we, you, they. So, here the S form won't come in the verb. To express general truth, fortune favors the brave. Over here, we are talking about the person. So, here favors. S form is coming. Now, if we talk about the universal fact also, like example, the earth revolves around the sun. Here also we use this tense. In vivid narrative, a substitute for simple past. For example, immediately the Sultan hurries to his capital. When we are narrating something, any past event, so here we have the substitute to use the simple present. To indicate a future event that is a part of fixed program or timetable. Like if we are talking about a future program which is fixed, here we can use the simple present. Dear students, I must tell you about the progressive tense. There's a category called progressive tense that covers four tenses under it. One is simple present, second is present continuous, third is simple future, and the fourth one is future continuous. In all the four, this rule is there that when we talk about a future fixed program, we can use such tenses. Here we have used in the simple present, the train leaves at 5:20 am. We can also say the train will leave at 5:20 am. Or we can also make the train is leaving at 5:20 am, or the train will be leaving at 5:20 am, because all are depicting the fixed program. We use this tense to introduce some quotation like a thing of beauty is a joy forever. 6.1, very important, in exclamatory sentence, especially which are beginning with here and there, we use this tense simple present tense. Example, here comes the bus. Now, 7th point is indicating the fourth one also, that when two actions of the future are being talked about, one dependent on the other, the former action is represented by the present simple and the latter by the future simple. For example, we shall go when the child comes back. So, our former is that the child comes back. Okay, here we can use this tense. Now we talk about the present continuous tense. In present continuous tense, first of all, there's a structure, that is, you can use the verb, your helping verbs is am or are with verb first form along with ing form. Now over here is used for the singular pronoun like he, she, it. For am, we use am with I and are with you, we, they. We use this tense to tell about the motion at present. For example, for an action going on at the time of speaking, the boys are playing cricket in the ground. This is something is happening at the time of speaking. For a temporary action which is not happening at the time of speaking but it's happening nowadays. For example, I am reading Sidney Sheldon nowadays. To express changing or developing situation, that means something is in progress. Like India is progressing day by day. We're not talking about that at the moment, but we're talking about what is happening nowadays. For an action that is planned or arranged to take place in the near future, same as I've talked about in earlier tense, about the progressive tense, same has been used over here for the planned future action. Proximities are given below. I am going to cinema tonight, or we can say I will go to cinema next week or tonight, whatever. So here we can use any of the tense out of 4. When the reference is to particular obstinate habit, that means something was there, okay, which continued for some time. Like it is no use scolding him, he always does what is forbidden. This is incorrect because you're saying he always does what is forbidden. We can alter the sentence by saying it is no use scolding him, he is always doing what is forbidden. This is showing the continuity that the habit is persisting in spite of advice and warning. Next one, present perfect tense. This tense is used to show the effect of past in the present. Here we use the third form of the verb. We use the has or have along with verb third form. Has we used with the singular, with he, she, it, and have we used with the plural, like we, you, they, and with I also. So, first rule, to indicate the completed activities in the immediate past when the time is not given and we assume or presume that the activity has just over, so he has just gone out. Here we use the present perfect. For an action whose effect was lingering in the present, but it started in the past. Okay, like for example, are given over here, but the correct one is I have written 3 books by now. It is correlating the past as well as the present because the effect is in present. Now he is over with the books writing, but in the past he continued for some time. So the correct is I have written 3 books. Third one, the present perfect is never used with the adverb of past time. Obviously, students, if we use the adverb of past time, we declare that this happened last week, last year. So there is no use to use this tense. We use this tense when the time period is not mentioned, when the adverb of time is not over there. So over here, India has won the match last week is incorrect because last week is coming over here. Either you will say India won the match last week if you want to use last week, or you can say India has won the match because that depicts that might be the match is just over. Okay, it's a recent past. So with recent past we use this tense. Next rule, to express past action whose time is not given or not definite. Again the same thing when we are not mentioning the time. The action which started in the past and continued in the present. With this, I have never known him to be angry. So you are correlating the past plus present. Have you read Gulliver's Travel? So the time period is not mentioned over here. Next one, to describe the past events when we think more of the effect in the present than of the action itself. Like if you are cutting the fruits and the knife put on your finger, so you say I have cut my finger because the effect is in present that the finger has a cut and it's bleeding. So to depict the present effect we use this tense. For long actions and situations which started in the near past and went on until very recently, like I have read 3 chapters since this morning. Now since this morning is telling about the past and I have read, might be he has just finished, is telling about the present. Now, before starting the present perfect continuous tense and the last tense of this category of present tense, I must tell you about the rules of since and for, because we do use the since or for in this simple perfect tense or the present perfect continuous tense. Since is used for point of time and for is used for duration or a period of time. Like over here, if something has happened in the past to show the continuity of the same and its effect in the present, we use this tense. It's written over here for an action which began at some time in the past and is still continuing. So with the present perfect continuous tense, an adverb or phrase that expresses time is used. So that phrase is since or for. I have been reading this book since morning. That means you're showing that you have started in the morning and now also you're continuing. So past and present are correlating. They have been building the bridge for several months. That if you presume that they started making the bridge in January and still till this time, till the month of May, they are continuing with the bridge building. So they can say they have been building the bridge for several months.